It is Tuesday, November 19th, 20 in the 24, 3:33 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Wanted to come in live. We'll record it live and give you a little update. Had a little busy beaver action going on today. So we'll start with yesterday afternoon, which this occurred after the video, but prior to the market closing. I did sell my UCO position. UCO is a 2 times bull on UCO, which is US Oil Fund. And you can see on Friday, the 15th, I did buy the UCO 2,000 shares at 24.51, and then I sold them yesterday afternoon for 26.13, a modest, beautiful profit of 3,240 dollar bills. And then I did sell off. I sold to close my GDX calls that I had purchased. I had them at a strike of $34, 30 contracts, and they were expiring December 20th. I sold them for $11,549. I paid $7,309 for a profit of $4,240. When did I begin? I think I made 3 different tranches. Yeah. So Thursday, I did buy 10 contracts at 24.40 of the 34 strike GDX options. And then on Friday, I did 2 different tranches, 10 contracts at 24.70, another 10 contracts at 2400. So I put that position together last Thursday and Friday and then sold it today, Tuesday, for another nice little profit. And the reason that I sold off my gold and silver positions and my copper position today was that I do still, and I'm probably early or I'm wrong, but if I'm right, I want to be right with little dollar bills in my pocket. So if we look at the silver, it's been really tracking very well with the impulsive um, move down and now a corrective ABC. We had the A down and now we're in the B. The B I thought for sure was going to about 32 plus, 32 to 32.50. But what was going on right through here, I don't know, maybe I got a little scared. I'm like, yeah, I'll just lock up that profit, stuff it right into the Holly Hobby Velcro wallet in the fanny pack outside of the skinny jeans. And could the B be over? It's possible. And that's the trade that I made. Again, I'm probably wrong, but we'll find out. But I didn't want to get caught in an extended C wave down and just watch all of that short term beautiful profit disappear. So I put the fibs up here just for my own purpose to see if indeed it did make it from the top today. Did we reach that first retracement fib? And we did. That doesn't mean it's in the C wave. It just means I validated my own thought. Yeah. So we'll probably just take that off if the computer cooperates. Otherwise, we'll move on. Let's go back to the spreadsheet. So that pretty much says everything from the GDX selling that off. AGQ, this was more of a milestone sale. I did notice AGQ closed on a red candle, but still above what I sold at. So I did sell AGQ. I put in the order at 39.69. I didn't know, if it was going to hit that or not. It hit that. And I did end up with a square profit of $10,000. And AGQ, I think, was also just a couple of days. Did we have more AGQ here? No. So first tranche of AGQ, that was the best buy, and I did that. I was gonna wait for a 1-2 setup, but I'm like, I think we've bottomed, and we're gonna be. That was our A wave, so we should be heading up in a B. So I bought 1,000 shares at 36.61. Do I wish I bought 10,000? Of course. Following day on Friday, I bought 2,000 shares at 37.42. Then it went down a bit more from there, and I bought 1,000 more shares at 37.30. So that gave me a total of 4,000 shares. Sold those off at 39.69. Um, it was exactly $2.50 profit. That was the calculation I did. So that would have been what, 37.19. So 37.19 was my average position. Profited $10,000. CopX, which is a copper mining ETF. Did I leave copper up here? I did. I'm just been dabbling in the copper, and I basically got involved down here when I bought the 10 contracts of the 10 call contracts and made a nice little move up here. And then I probably sold. I, of course, sold early, but it did this and then it did this. So I'm like, first sign of a nice goal ticked target I'm selling. So it's probably around 42.66, 42.77, 42.67, and then I have missed that move so far. But I was thinking copper has been kind of playing along with gold and silver as far as the wave counts are concerned. So in case that's all of B, I just went ahead and booked the profit. It wasn't a big profit because I'm just dabbling in copper, but I do like copper. You know what I like to do? If you've watched some of the old videos, you go to the bank, buy a box of pennies, search through them, put the wheat pennies aside. Anything 1982 and older is a copper penny. Then I watch copper prices and I put the it sounds very silly, but it's true. Then I sell the copper pennies off in 5-pound bags when copper is when copper is up. I know it's a paid hobby. I don't hunt, I don't fish, I don't, hang out by myself at bars, don't go to strip clubs, watch sports, hang out with my beautiful bride and our 3 sometimes wonderful children, like to travel around, hang out with friends, go to dinner, and trade some stocks, pennies, and baseball cards. So there's the CopX. We did end up profiting 13.50 on that trade, and then I sold to close the silver, the SLV silver ETF. These were leaps. Again, it was another tranche, not even close to where we were as far as profit on the other previous 2 tranches of SLV leaps, but I was just like, hey, we're locking in profit. Let's keep it going. So I sold off the 100 contracts that I had that were expiring January 16th, 20, and the 26th. I paid 50. No, that's not what I paid. I paid 49,000 for them, sold them today and I just bought them. Just bought them on Friday. There's the 49,000 we paid. So I paid 49,000, sold them for 53,000 and profited $4,000. So today and yesterday afternoon combined, we've got $22,830 booked, which makes me feel a lot better since we are taking a lot of gas on my only 2 remaining positions. Now, don't let those pluses in that green fool you. I put that up to fool myself just to make myself feel a little better. So I went with today's return. So if we click on total return, are you sitting down? We're down. Oh, we're 16,000. We'll call it 16,700. So that's actually much better, as you can see from this, much better than where we were, because TMF had a nice move today, up about $4,000 from my previous down in the whiskey position. And then Soxel has attempted to make a nice move as well. So they both closed on green candles. Soxel closed on a pretty large green candle. Is it still dangerous? Both of them are still very dangerous, especially the Soxel. Hold on. Oh boy. Closed on a green candle, but post it's lost 13 cents. So 13 cents on 7,000 shares is $910. That's a lot of money. So I plan on raking all that back. The one I will be watching with just a fixed gaze will be the Soxel tomorrow. This is a semiconductor ETF leveraged fund. So it moves in an exaggerated version of the semiconductors. We have SMH up here. This is a semiconductor ETF, VanEck ETF, and you can see we lost this lower trend line, but I didn't sell off, didn't get stopped out, and now we regained it with some nice movement. And you can see, let's see. Yeah, we've moved up 3 cents in the post close trading as well. So I'm looking for, I think I have NVIDIA up here. NVIDIA had a nice day. I'm hoping the trend continues. It had a beautiful day today, and that's what helped the sentiment hopefully reset and change in the semiconductors. But again, it's going to be a wild ride because when NVIDIA reports earnings after the close tomorrow, it could be shell shock city for the Soxel position. So I'll be waiting there, watching and hoping that the thing moonshots, because it could easily moonshot tomorrow. And then, of course, it could easily downtown the Chinatown me and give me the old body bag. Body bag. I need to write down all my goofy terms that I come up with. I don't want to be body bagged by either one of these positions because look at, I shouldn't even show you the equity in here. I mean, it's over $425,000 in those two positions. So we're going to be watching those very intently. Let's go back to total return because I still think we got a nice profit in both of those coming. It's just going to take nerves of steel to watch that. I showed you silver. Gold, I did an interesting little fun experiment project today on the gold. I was like, hey, let's just follow this all the way back and see where we stand. So this goes all the way back to when? What month is this? Hold on, let me move this up if we can, just a little. Yeah, I can't see behind my big head. Move my big head. One moment. So this is around end of September of 2022. Okay, move the big head back. End of September 2022. And this is the count I have on it as far as the structure is concerned. You see the parentheses 1. So this was the first 5 waves up in wave 1. Okay, so parentheses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to big 1. And that was when? In May of 2023. Then from there, let's take a look where we go for wave 2. Wave 2 was in at the end or the beginning of October 2023. And a lot of things were hitting lows then as well. And then there was our 2. Now we need to go up to the 3, and it should be 5 waves up to 3. And where are you? Almost there. Hang in there. Here we go. Here we go. Keep it going now. All right, so we had wave 1 up, wave 2 down, all the way to May of this year for wave 3. A quick wave 4 into beginning of June. Let me get a closer, or let me get a better front row view of this. Hang in there. I know you're so patient with me and my slow processing computer. But this is what I'm at or what I'm tracking currently. So we ended up with that 5 up in the very end of October. And now what I'm looking at is the A wave is done. We're in the B wave now. Where it stops, nobody knows. I got the B wave at about 2690. And then C wave down. And I think that C wave down, it may catch a 24 handle. So that's what I'm tracking. Then from there, we should get our 5 waves up impulsively to the target of 3,000. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at for the gold. But I don't know. I mean, this thing could take a while, this ABC, or it could be rapid. I'll keep measuring it, keep checking it. Could it like how would it prove me wrong in the short term is we would look to if this B wave then took out the all-time high, because this was the all-time high. So if this B wave, what is pretending to be a B wave, takes out the all-time high, then we would just slide that 3 over and move it all over one wave. So we'd go ABC down the 4 and then 5 up to 5. We'd have the big 5. I didn't put it on there, but I'll put the big 5 on there in green, and with a target of 3,000, just because that's a fun round number. TLT, this is what we're playing with, the TMF, and it had a nice breakout, and we talked about it yesterday. It stuck the landing on this downtrend line breakout, got it here, tried to give it back, and then had a beautiful gap up today and then held it. And it's essentially been a consolidation day, hoping to gain some momentum for the next move up, which I'm hoping begins tomorrow. Still looking to take out this 93. And then we got our warning Will Rogers down here. It keeps getting tested, so I'm hoping that it's just major support. But we don't know what we don't know. Copper looked at that. NVIDIA looked at that. 147. Is it still climbing? You bet your bippy. It's up 17 cents since the close. We looked at SMH. Now let's look at the Bitcoin. And guess what? Oops, he got it wrong again. He's very good at getting the Bitcoin wrong. Oh. Bitcoin had this wild run, which I think set an all-time high. Did it set an all-time high? I think it set an all-time high. I'd have to get rid of my garbage. It's obviously garbage. Let's remove those drawings. Clean that act up. Oh, yeah, that's definitely an all-time high. So what is that? I don't know. I'm going back to the drawing board on Bitcoin. Going back to the drawing board. Because yesterday, if you watched the video, I was calling for a move down. We got the beginning of a move down. I'm like, look at that, genius boy. And then it was like, yeah, I'm going to slap you around some more and show you how little you know. It's had a nice move down, or I guess if you're in Bitcoin long, a bad move down. But that's what Bitcoin likes to do. So I'll go back to the drawing board on the Bitcoin probably tomorrow, and see if I can come up with anything that actually looks reasonable this time. Because as you've seen, if you've been following along, running hot and cold on the Bitcoin. And when I put my money involved, I've been running really cold. Like, what were those guys called? I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. 101. And I'm Mr. wasn't Cold Miser, was it? That'd be too simple. Whatever. If you know the name of those characters from back in the day, Christmas time shows, please leave it in the comment below if you remember the Cold Meister's name. Was it just Cold Meister? Maybe. So that's all I got for you right now. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share with a lovable friend. And you know what I'll do. I'll see you in the next video.